without hope. The Rohingya Muslim minority continue to suffer. Now the Rohingya people are being brutally persecuted by the Myanmar government and military. This has left many dead, abused or homeless. According to the United Nations, this is an ethnic cleansing and must come to a stop. The Freedom and Justice group here in Accra organized a march against the Rohingya genocide. Present was Member of Parliament and Chairman of the Freedom and Justice group, Ras Mubarak.
In organizing demonstrations, you would have to, there are several stakeholders and compromises would have to be reached, you know, and in coming to a compromise, because initially we had agreed that we would march from here to the Art Center, but there was a suggestion that a representative of the Israeli embassy would come and receive the petition. Fortunately, we have achieved that purpose. He's come. Has received the petition on behalf of the ambassador. Because yesterday when we met with the Police High Command and the Deputy National Security Coordinator, I was clear in letting them know that we would only call off the demonstration on condition that National Security does a joint statement with us. Because it was a Deputy Coordinator who said they had some security concerns, and as a lawmaker, I should be on the side of security and ensuring that the peace and security of the country is kept. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to give us tangible reasons. They haven't even shared that intelligence with us. But even as a measure of goodwill, we insisted that, okay, if you wouldn't share intelligence with us, do a joint statement, which they did not. So this morning, we, came out here in our numbers to stage a demonstration. And then a second opinion came that, look, because the police was overstretched, and we didn't want a confrontation with the police.
Ras Mubarak there, Ebad Ibrahim, who is spokesperson for the Freedom and Justice Group, tells JoyNews they only have 3 demands for the Myanmar government, including the revocation of Aung San Suu Kyi's Nobel Peace Prize.
For anybody that has witnessed the birth of a baby and the cry of a baby, the world just cannot sit aloof while innocent children get their throats slit. To this end, we are making 3 benign and harmless demands. For less carnage and bloodshed in Benghazi in Libya, the international community imposed a no-fly zone over Libya. Many more people are being killed. 5-year-olds have had to travel the distance between Kumasi and Accra to avoid being killed. Pregnant women have been put to the sword. Corpses of people have been mutilated. The seeming inertia on the part of the international community cannot continue. The good people of Ghana have spoken. We are out in a peaceful procession. These are MPs, people in insurance, ordinary folks in Ghana who have been moved by the poignant and grisly footage of suffering and brutality we've seen both on social and mainstream media. We are making 3 demands. That 1, the UN Security Council should pass a binding resolution to stop the carnage in Myanmar, even if it means imposing a no-fly zone, just as it did to protect the people of Benghazi. Number 2, Israel. Everybody remembers the Holocaust. My granddaddy lived in West Africa that was under colonial rule. Your granddad did the same. They fought in the battlefields of Eastern Europe and Japan to protect Jews from the Holocaust. Why would a country, a race, that was persecuted in the past be in a position of strength and continue to be selling arms for the persecution of a hapless, helpless people? So we call on Israel, and we've issued a petition to the Israeli embassy that it should end all sales of arms to the Burmese army, because these lethal weapons are being used to perpetrate these untold acts of criminality and brutality. Our last demand is that, yes, if you are a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, to lead by example. Aung San Suu Kyi, everybody knows the history of Aung San Suu Kyi. When she was put under house arrest, the whole world stood up in solidarity to protect her human rights. She is the head of Myanmar today. Tens, untold numbers of people have been killed. Many of them have drowned in the seas and creeks filled with crocodiles and other forms of harmful animals. We've written to the Nobel Peace Prize Secretariat in Oslo to, as a matter of urgency, revoke the price they gave Aung San Suu Kyi, because she's insensitive and she does not share in the plight of innocent children. My lady, babies' throats are being slit. What more brutality does the world need to see before we do something about this?